Ever wonder why finding true love seems like searching for a needle in a haystack? It's a question that has left many of us scratching our heads, pondering the complexities of the human heart. But perhaps we've been looking at it all wrong. You see, love is not a destination, it's a journey that starts with you. Before we dive into the depths of this quest, let's debunk some common misconceptions about love. First off, love and infatuation are not the same thing. Infatuation is a sudden, intense, but short-lived passion for someone. It's like a firework, bright and thrilling, but gone in a flash. Love, on the other hand, is like the steady burn of a candle, constant and comforting. It's not just about the butterflies in your stomach, but also about the calm after the storm. Another misconception is the idea that love can be rushed. In our fast-paced world, we're so used to getting everything instantly. But love is not a pizza delivery. It doesn't arrive in 30 minutes or less. Love takes time, patience, and understanding. It grows and evolves just like we do. And lastly, let's talk about the most important love of all, self-love. Many of us are so eager to find someone who will complete us that we forget the most important person who can make us feel whole is ourselves. You see, love is not about finding someone who can fill the void in your heart. It's about finding someone who complements you, not completes you. Because you, my dear listener, are already complete. So as we embark on this quest for love, remember that the first step is not to look outwards, but inwards. Understand yourself, love yourself, and the rest will follow. It's a journey that requires courage, patience, and a whole lot of self-love. Remember, the journey to love begins with understanding and loving oneself. So you're ready to find love, but where do you start? Well, here's a paradox that might throw you for a loop. The less you seek love, the more likely you are to find it. Sounds a bit counterintuitive, right? But let's unravel this love paradox together. Imagine you're a magnet. If you're actively looking for metal, you might find some, sure. But if you're just existing, living your life, you'll naturally attract metal without even trying. The same principle applies to love. When you're living a full, happy life, you naturally become a love magnet. Now, we're not saying you should abandon all your romantic pursuits and hopes. No siree. Instead, we're suggesting a little shift in focus. Instead of concentrating all your energy on finding love, why not pour that energy into creating a life you love? If you're passionate about painting, pick up a brush and palette. If you've always wanted to learn the guitar, strum your heart out. If you've always dreamed of climbing a mountain, put on those boots and start training. Do what lights up your soul. When you're genuinely engaged in living your life, you radiate positivity. You become a beacon of joy, enthusiasm, and authenticity. And guess what? That's incredibly attractive. People are drawn to those who are passionate about their life. They want to be around someone who's got their own thing going on, someone who's happy in their own skin. That's when you'll find that love might just come knocking on your door, when you least expect it. Remember, love is not something you find, it's something that finds you. And it's more likely to find you when you're busy living a life you love, rather than when you're desperately searching for it. So don't put your life on hold waiting for love. Live, laugh, learn, grow, be the best version of yourself. Create a life so rich, so vibrant, so fulfilling that it's irresistible. Focus on creating a fulfilling life for yourself, and love may just find its way to you. What qualities do you desire in a partner? It's a question we often ask ourselves, but do we truly know the answer? Imagine you're making a sandwich. You wouldn't just throw random ingredients on the bread and hope for the best, would you? Of course not. You'd select ingredients that you know you enjoy, that work well together, and that will ultimately create a delicious meal. The same principle applies to love. Creating a love checklist can be a beneficial exercise. It helps us zero in on the qualities we value most in a partner, whether it's honesty, a sense of humor, or a shared love of vintage vinyl records. This checklist is about more than just physical attributes or superficial traits. It's about recognizing the core values that are important to you in a relationship. But here's the catch. While it's crucial to know what you want, it's equally important to remain open-minded. You see, love is unpredictable. It's not an exact science, it's more like an art with its own rules and its own logic. You might meet someone who ticks every box on your checklist, but there's no spark. Conversely, you might meet someone who doesn't match your checklist at all, yet you're inexplicably drawn to them. This is where the art of love comes into play. Remember, your love checklist is not a rigid set of rules. It's a guide, a compass to steer you in the right direction. It's not meant to limit you, but to enhance your journey. It's about knowing yourself, knowing what you want, and being open to the unexpected. So, let's recap. Create a love checklist, but don't view it as an unchangeable blueprint. Use it as a tool to understand your desires and values, but don't let it close your mind to the beautiful unpredictability of love. In the end, the most important thing is to be true to yourself. Because after all, love is not about finding the perfect person, but about seeing an imperfect person perfectly. Knowing what you want in a partner can guide you, but don't let it limit you. What makes a relationship strong and enduring? That's a question that has been asked and pondered over for centuries, across cultures and continents. And while we may not have a one-size-fits-all answer, there are some key ingredients that seem to be universally present in healthy, enduring relationships. Let's start with communication. It's often said that communication is the lifeblood of a relationship, and this couldn't be more accurate. It's about more than just talking, though. It's about expressing your thoughts, feelings, and desires openly and honestly, and listening with empathy when your partner does the same. It's about understanding and being understood. Communication is a two-way street, and it's crucial for both partners to be active participants. Next, we have respect. Respect in a relationship means acknowledging and valuing your partner's feelings, thoughts, and experiences. It means treating each other with kindness, even in disagreements, and honoring each other's individuality. Remember, love without respect is unsustainable. Finally, shared values. This isn't about having identical interests or hobbies. It's about having common ground on the things that matter most. These could be beliefs about what makes a good life, views on family and parenting, or priorities in life. Shared values act as the glue that holds a relationship together, especially during tough times. Now you might be wondering, how do I foster these qualities in my relationship? Well, it starts with awareness. Recognize the importance of these ingredients and make a conscious effort to cultivate them. Practice open and honest communication, show respect in all interactions, and take the time to understand and align with each other's values. Remember, building a strong relationship isn't something that happens overnight. It takes effort, patience, and a whole lot of love. But when you're sitting across from your partner, years down the line, still deeply in love and more connected than ever, you'll know that every ounce of effort was worth it. Building a strong relationship takes effort and patience, but the rewards are worth it. Scene script. Ready to embark on the journey of finding true love? Welcome, friends, to the final chapter of our adventure. We've traversed the landscape of the heart, exploring the paradoxes of love, crafting our checklists, and mixing the ingredients for that perfect love potion. Now we stand at the threshold of love's journey, the culmination of everything we've learned. Love's journey is not a straight path. It's filled with twists and turns, hills and valleys. It's an adventure, a quest if you will, filled with countless experiences that shape us into who we are. But to truly appreciate this journey, we must first understand and embrace the love that lives within us. Self-love, my friends, is the compass that guides us on this journey. It's the foundation upon which we build our relationships. It's the mirror in which we see our worth, and it reflects in the way we love others. Self-love is not an act of vanity. It's an act of acceptance, an affirmation of our value. It's the beacon that lights our path to true love. Next, we must learn to live a fulfilling life, a life that makes us happy and complete, even before we find our partner. Remember, a partner is not meant to complete us, but to complement us. We should be the protagonists of our own stories, living lives that are rich and fulfilling, with love as the cherry on top. Knowing what we want in a partner is also crucial. It's about understanding our needs, our wants, our desires. It's about knowing what we value in a relationship and what we're willing to give in return. It's about setting the standards that guide us in choosing our partner. And finally, we must strive to build strong relationships. Relationships that are rooted in trust, respect, and mutual understanding. Relationships that grow and evolve, just like us. Finding true love isn't about the destination, but the journey. So enjoy the ride and let love find you in its own time.